Hi, good morning. In the last few classes, we have discussed about groups and abelian groups and its examples. Now, a group G is an algebraic structure satisfying these four axioms. First one is associativity, then second one is existence of identity element, then third one is existence of inverse, and fourth one is commutative property if G is an abelian group. Therefore, if G satisfies these three conditions, then we call this is an abelian group. Okay. Now, if this satisfies three conditions, we call this as a group. Now, there is another structure. If we remove these two conditions, axioms, okay, then that's algebraic structure satisfies associativity and existence of existence of identity, and that is called a monoid. Okay, so here a monoid satisfies two axioms only, G1 and G2. Now again we are cutting the axioms. An algebraic structure satisfying the axiom G1, and this is called semigroup. So a semigroup is an algebraic structure satisfying the condition associativity only. Okay, if a semigroup satisfies the additional condition existence of identity element, then it is called a monoid. So every monoid is a semigroup, and if a monoid satisfies the extra condition existence of inverse, then it is called a group. Therefore a group is both semigroup and a monoid. Okay. And if a group satisfies the commutativity property, then it is called an abelian group. An abelian group is clearly a semigroup, also it is a monoid. Is every semigroup is a group? No. Give an example of a semigroup. An algebraic structure satisfying associativity property. Every group is a semigroup. Therefore, it is easy to say an example of a semigroup. Now, give an example of a semigroup which is not a group. What is that? A group, a semigroup that does not have an identity element, and also it have no inverse. You just think about that. What is that? Clearly, set of all natural numbers under addition. Clearly, addition is an associative. Addition satisfies associativity condition. Clearly, there does not have an identity element. Therefore, n under addition. This is an algebraic structure satisfying associativity, and therefore that is a semigroup, but clearly that is not a group. Similarly, you find some examples of monoids, and that is not a group. Okay. Now we are moving to finite group. In all the examples we have considered set of all natural numbers, set of all real numbers, set of all matrices. All these set, the underlying set G is an infinite set. Okay. Now what about the finite group? Now finite group means number of elements must be finite. We will start from the single element set. Now what must be a group? A group must have at least one element. And which is that element? A group must have at least one element. That is that which is that element? Clearly a group must have an identity element. Okay. So we denote that set as that element as E, and E is the identity element in G. Okay. So if you consider this a single element entry, single element set, then clearly this form a group. This is a group with one element. Now what about the operation here? E star E equal to E. This is the binary operation defined on this set. So the group with the minimum element is 1, and that set is singleton E. Okay. Now what about group with the two elements? Clearly a group must have at least one element, that is the identity. So clearly E must be there. Now suppose there exists another element some A, and this is our set, a set containing two elements, and we have to define a binary operation star. Now how we define operation here? So we already know the table form. And here we mark star and our elements are E, A, E, A. E is the identity element. If we operate E with any E, then this must be again E. Is the identity element. If we operate E with A, then this must be A. Similarly, if A operate with the identity element, then this must be A. Now what will be the possibility of A star A? A star A. If A star A, the possibilities are algebraic structure is a group. This set is a group if and only if operation is closed. So the only possibilities of elements in this place is E and A. Suppose A star A equal to A. What will happen? A star, here we choose E as the identity element and A is an element other than E. Okay, A is an element other than E. A star A equal to, you can write A as A star E. Okay, E is the identity element, therefore this satisfies. And if G is a group, then it satisfies left cancellation law. If you apply left cancellation law, this implies A equal to E. Therefore, A star A never be A. So the only possibility is A star A must be E. A star A equal to E implies, what about the inverse of A? Inverse of A is A itself. Inverse of A is A itself. So this is the group containing two elements, the set EA, and the binary operation star is defined as like this. Okay, A star A equal to E. A star A equal to E. Now we move on to the group with containing three elements. Clearly let G be the group. Clearly G must have one element A. And you choose another element as A, where A is not equal to E. A not equal to E. And choose another element B such that B not equal to A, comma E. Now we have to find the binary operation star on G, so that this algebraic structure G must be a group. So here we define star E A B. E A B. Okay. Now E is the identity element. If you operate E with E, then this is E, E star A, E star B, B. Okay. We are writing E operate with E operate with A, E operate with B, B. Now if you operate A star E, then this must be A, since E is the identity element. Similarly, if you operate B with E, then we get B. Now A star A, what about this place? And what about A star B, this place? And what about B star A and B star B? This we have to find. We have to choose elements in this place so that this algebraic structure, this G together with this star form a group. Okay. So clearly group is an algebraic structure. That means operation is binary. Therefore the elements must be, these elements must be clearly either E or A or B. Okay. Now if you choose A star A, what are the possibilities for A star A? The possibilities for A star A is E. The possibilities for A star A equal to some A star A equal to B. These are the possibilities. Okay. We consider each cases. First I am considering this case. A star A equal to A. A star A equal to A implies A star A equal to A star E, as E is the identity element. And if G is a group, then G satisfies left cancellation law, elementary property. If you apply left cancellation property, that means A equal to E. That is a contradiction because we choose A such that A not equal to E. Okay, so this possibility, this is impossible. Okay, now the next is A star A equal to E. Suppose we choose A star A equal to E. Okay, then what about the possibilities of A star B? A star B equal to E, A star B equal to A star B equal to B. These are the possibilities for A star B. I am repeating, we are choosing A star A equal to E and the possibilities for A star B are E, A, B. Suppose A star B equal to, suppose A star B equal to A. What is the meaning of that? A star B equal to A star E. Algebraic structure, group satisfying left cancellation law, cancelling we get B equal to E. But that is a contradiction, B not equal to E. Therefore, we cannot choose this one. Okay, now we can choose A star B equal to B. A star B equal to B implies A star B equal to B star E. Okay? Okay. So, B star E again you apply B star E, okay? Okay. And this is equal to A star B, okay? You can replace this as E star B. And if you apply right cancellation law, this become A equal to E. That is again a contradiction because A not equal to E. Therefore, this is not possible. Now, A star E equal to A star B equal to E. What is the possibility? A star B equal to E. Okay. So, if you choose A star E equal to E, A star A equal to E, the only possibility for A star B is E. Now, A star B equal to E implies E is A star A. If you again apply left cancellation law, we get B equal to A. But B not equal to A. Therefore, if we choose A star A equal to E, we cannot define A star B. Okay. So, A star A never be equal to E. Therefore, the only possibilities for A star A is, this must be B. Now we have to check what are the possibilities for A star B. A star B, A star B, E, A star B may be A star B may be B. Suppose A star B equal to B, then this is equal to A star B equal to B E star B. E star B, and if you apply right cancellation law, we get A equal to E. That is not possible. And suppose A star B equal to A, then this you can write as A star B equal to A star E. Okay. Again apply right left cancellation law, we get B equal to E. That is not possible. Therefore, the only possibility for A is this is not possible, this is not possible. A star B is E. Now we have to fill these two places also. Now what are the possibilities for B star A? B star A equal to E, B star A equal to A, B star A equal to B. As in the previous case, B star A equal to A, here you can replace A star E and E star A and apply right cancellation law, we get B equal to E. That is not possible. Here also B you can write as B star E, this implies A equal to E. That is not possible. So the possibility is B star A equal to E. Okay. Now what about the possibilities for B star B? B star B equal to E, B star B equal to A, B star B equal to B star B equal to B. B star B equal to B not possible because this you can write as B star B equal to B star E, again left cancellation law, B not equal to E, therefore this is not possible. What about B star B equal to E? Here you can replace E by B star B equal to, you replace this E by B star A. B star B equal to B star A, B left cancellation who apply, we get B equal to A. That is a contradiction because B not equal to A. Therefore, the only possibilities for B star B is A. Therefore, this is the binary operation table for a group with 3 elements. Okay, A operate with A, we will get B. A operate with B, you will get E. So here clearly, what about the inverse of A? Inverse of A is B. Okay, so each element, identity element exists. If you operate elements with if you operate A with B, you get identity element. Similarly, if you operate B with A, you will get the identity element. That means inverse exists for both elements A and B. Therefore, G together with this operation star form a group. Now look at the diagonal entries. If you choose this diagonal, the elements in this side and elements in that side are clearly they are same, symmetric. So if this holds, then we call this operation is commutative. Therefore, G together with operation star form a Abelian group. Okay. Now we are moving to the group with 4 elements. Okay. So if G is a group with 4 elements, clearly G must contain the identity element. Okay. Identity element E and another element A and B, C. And here you must choose A not equal to E, B not equal to E comma A, and C not equal to E comma A comma B. Okay, and you have to define binary operation star. E A B C, E A B C is the identity element. Therefore, this operating we get A, B, C. And here also you will get A, B, C. And you have to fill these places so that this algebraic structure G together with this star form a group. We have to fill these places as in the previous case. Okay, I am giving you this as an assignment for you. Okay, you have to define star in such a way that G together with the star satisfies the conditions G1, G2, G3 and G4. Okay, today we have discussed about semi-groups, monoid. Also we have discussed about finite group. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about subgroups.